One of our issues is that the lyrics text view appears too soon and overlaps with the track panel. We want it to fade in after the rest of the views finish moving. This would make it easier for the user to grasp what's going on. We can create a fade transition, set its target so that it only affects the lyrics text view, and then create a transition set to include both the change bounds and fade transitions. So let's go back to our code, and we'll start by deleting this call to go. Then we'll create a new transition set. Let's name this transition set and set it equal to a new transition set. We can add the first change bounds transition from before by calling transition set dot add transition and pass in a new change bounds. Now let's work on having the lyrics fade in. We can create a new fade variable named fade lyrics and initialize it with a new fade. We need to assign this new fade to a target, so we will call the add target method fade lyrics dot add target, and we'll pass in the ID that we want to target. This is the ID of the text view we pasted in, r.id.lyrics. So that's it for the fade. We can now add it to the same transition set dot add transition, and this time we want to pass in the fade lyrics. So now we can execute the whole set with transition manager dot go. We pass in our expanded scene, and we also pass in the transition set. The transition set class works similarly to the animator set we just learned in property animation. Let's configure its ordering so that the fade transition plays after the change bounds transition. So here, after we declare it, we can say transition set dot set ordering, and we'll use one of the constants from the transition set class, ordering sequential. Before we try this, let's tweak the duration of both transitions. I'm actually going to take this new change bounds out and make it into a variable. Change bounds equals new change bounds, because this way we can now say change bounds dot set duration and set it equal to a small value, 200 milliseconds. So instead of creating a new one here, I'm going to pass in change bounds. Same thing for fade lyrics. Let's add a new line and say fade lyrics dot set duration, and this one we want to use 150 milliseconds. You will find that you often need to play around with these configuration parameters for your own animations to get them to feel just right. That's where tools like Mirror can be really helpful. All right, let's give this a shot. Control R to run. Let's click in, and if we click on the track, oh, much better. The resulting animation looks smooth and swift, exactly what we wanted. Hopefully you'll agree that it's easier and more fun than directly messing around with animators for each one of the views in the route.